My name is Stephen Mulick. I have likely met you before because if you're watching this, I am your son or daughter's chemistry teacher, and this is an informational video about the spring parent-teacher conferences that you are about to attend. Maybe you've already signed up for. Before we get too far into things that I'm going to mention today, if you missed the informational videos I recorded last semester in leading up to the fall parent-teacher conferences, here are two QR codes depending on the course that your son or daughter is taking. To read these, a lot of phones now do this natively. Just open up your phone's camera app. If you bring your camera to the screen and highlight the QR code that you want to view the video for, it should show a link on the bottom that will take you straight to the video that I recorded in the fall. The information there is mostly accurate. I'll say off the top of my head now, the two main changes are that we meet synchronously 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with asynchronous work on Tuesday and Thursday. The synchronous classes are now 40 minutes instead of 25. And then the second main change is that we've changed our grading scheme. We folded the lab category back into engagement. So now your grade is breakdown is 60% engagement, 40% assessments. That is not to say that all of the labs will be considered engagement. They're about 50-50, but I'll get to that later. While course selection for next year is a very important topic for all of us, particularly what next year will look like, what courses are available, I would rather not spend our time when we meet in a few weeks working on figuring that out unless that's all you want to talk about. Because with the amount of time that we're given, I feel like we have time to either talk about courses for next year or talk about this year. So if you have questions about how this year is going and questions that are more specific to the chemistry coursework, it would be better if we took some time to discuss this now. On your left is a QR code pointing to a PowerPoint presentation that the school has put together specifically about the course selection process, how it works, and everything you need to do. If your child is a current freshman, slides 18 to 20 and specifically slide 31 start talking about options for 10th grade science and what's available. If you want the general website where it has the entire process, that's the link on your right through the QR code. If you need to take a second to read on these, of course, you can pause the video. The images should stay frozen on your screen, and don't worry, I will be here when you get back. Oh, yeah, it'd be nice if I took up a little more space, wouldn't it? That's better. All right. Some frequently asked questions that I get in the spring, some things I want to mention now to save us a little bit of time. First, the fall grades have happened. You should have access to that through Pupil Path, I think. If not, you should also be getting report cards regularly from the school. If you need help getting access to Pupil Path, I can help you with that. It would be best to reach out to me via email, mulick@bxscience.edu. I'll put that at the end of this presentation. If you're having problems accessing grades from the past semester, that might be a better question for your child's guidance counselor. But those fall grades are done. They are finalized. Unless your child is in the position of having failed the fall semester, in which case the grade would be an NX. Those students have the opportunity to finish assignments to bring that grade back up to passing, as per the DOE stipulations for this year. Otherwise, they are frozen. We're done. We're moving on. The grades have reset in the spring. The grade book is empty. Now, this means we're in a similar position that we were in for the fall parent-teacher conferences, where there are relatively few grades determining the overall average on the, I guess, fourth marking period report card, or I guess first marking period of the spring. So if you're seeing something that looks discrepant to the fall, that might be a reason why. I would suggest going into Pupil Path and taking a look at those grades. Again, I can help you get that set up if you don't have access. Some big changes, so like I alluded to earlier, to the spring grades, the breakdown has now shifted. The way that we're approaching labs is now an opportunity for either discovery or summary. We talked as a department, and we determined that having this third category just for labs put undue stress on everyone. It made teachers feel like they had to do more assignments to fulfill this category, which then put more pressure on the students. So we chose to peel that back, and now, the labs will count sometimes as engagement in lieu of something else, and sometimes as assessments in lieu of something else. So hopefully this reduces the overall number of assignments your child receives, which, I know everything counts more, but is less stressful for everyone. I, at this point, have given one lab that is counting for the engagement category, the pressure versus volume Boyle's Law lab, and then there's another lab that is just about to be completed as of recording of this video, which was about the mass of a gas, the mass of 1 liter of a gas, and then several gases. So you can look in the grade book and see grades for that. The other big grading area would be the notes. I did communicate to the students. I wanted to codify things a little bit more for what I expect for students out of notes. The asynchronous work is about the same in volume as it was in the fall. Instead of having it every day, it's twice a week, but those assignments are larger. When the students engage with asynchronous work, it's largely videos like you're watching right now that I record for the students to deliver content. And then when we come to class, we get a chance to apply that content and search for deeper understanding. This means that there is an emphasis on being able to acquire that information before coming to class. To confirm that that's taking place, I ask the students to take notes like they would in class. And for those notes, I need them to be complete, include the practice problems that are shown in the video, include any important definitions. So if you're seeing grades for the asynchronous work and it's not where you want it to be, the students have had communication as to what the expectations are, and I can share them with the students again. But that would be the first place I would look in talking with your child about how chemistry's going. One last thing I should mention before we're done. As of the recording of this video, I believe that we're in the process of trying to get a waiver for the chemistry regents. If that goes through, I imagine largely what we're going to do as a school is what we did last year, where there just won't be a regents, and all of the grades that are accrued over the semester are what goes on to the transcript. There will be no final assessment. There will just be the regular periodic assessments, and those will just sum up to be that 40% category. Obviously, I may be wrong on this, but I'm trying to give the most complete information that we have as of the recording of this video. We're kind of waiting to get information at all times, and it just kind of comes our way. Additionally, the College Board did decide to discontinue the subject test in chemistry. So similarly, that wasn't counting towards grades anyway. So if any of your children were thinking about taking that, unfortunately, that's not an option anymore. That, I think, is a question, again, for guidance if you're looking for something else, but that might mean that next year you would elect to take a chemistry course, an AP chemistry course, that is, so that you get the AP exam on your transcript if that's something you're looking for. I hope I covered most of the general questions that I'm going to receive. I feel like most of the grade questions are about grades and what to take next year. Other than that, I think what we will get is more specific individual, how is my son, how is my daughter, how is my child doing in chemistry. Those I'm happy to discuss at parent-teacher conferences, but I wanted to make sure to get as much of the general questions out of the way here as I could. If you had a hard time opening any of the links, of course, I will include links to everything that had a QR code in the description of this video, so just scroll down a little bit and there should be links to everything you need. But otherwise, if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me to have a longer discussion, my email is the only thing on the screen right now. One final note, I don't know when you will receive this video, but the deadline to sign up for parent-teacher conferences through Zoom will be March 8th, which is a Monday at 3 p.m. I have a feeling, because I think these videos are collected on Tuesday, that it might be too late for that, but I'm sure also if you missed the deadline and you were able to reach out to the main office at the school, there might be a small chance that you can get into get something scheduled so that you're able to meet with me. But like I said, you can always reach out via email and we can start a discussion that way. Hope to see you all soon, or through email, through Zoom, or through a phone call. Thanks for watching.